Individuals who are charged with a crime and detained at Alvin S face very real possibilities of being stabbed, raped, and beaten before they ever see a courtroom.
A bombshell report being released today on what's been happening behind bars at a Midlands County jail. There's been a series of stabbings, jailbreaks, even deaths at the Alvin S Detention Center. These incidents and more grabbing the attention of the U.S. Justice Department. Our Clara Faith was at the U.S. Attorney's announcement early today. So, Clara, what did you find out?
Yes, Brandy, in this more than 30-page report details safety and security issues at the Alvin S. Detention Center and has pages of troubling stories of assault, poor living conditions, poor staffing issues, and the U.S. Justice Department says the Richland County Jail violates the constitutional right of people being held there. And for some, this day has been a long time coming.
Individuals who are charged with a crime and detained at Alvin S. face very real possibilities of being stabbed, raped, and beaten before they ever see a courtroom.
The Alvin S. Detention Center has been the focus of the U.S. Department of Justice for months. After a year-long investigation, the Justice Department making its findings public Wednesday morning. The Justice Department says the jail violates the 8th and 14th Amendments of the U.S. Constitution by neglecting to protect inmates from unnecessary risks of violence.
While corrections departments across our country are facing some tough challenges, such as adequate staffing and contraband control, the issues at the Richland County Jail extend well beyond industry norms.
In 2023, the jail has had almost 4 times as many stabbings as the Miami-Dade County Jail, even though that jail has more than 4 times the number of inmates. According to the report, some of the assaults at the Richland County Jail were not responded to quickly or properly.
Is really that there weren't staff there. No one knew about the assaults. No one knew what was happening. We also found that there were not adequate ways for people detained at the housing to get help and ask for help. We saw situations where victims could not get away from their attackers and resorted to things like self-mutilation in order to get housed in a different place.
Because of these findings, the county jail must improve its staffing, supervision, and implement a classified system for inmates.
Multiple incidences where crime scenes were cleaned up by inmates before the sheriff's office was ever notified, or maybe they weren't ever notified.
Also, justice officials say the county has to develop and implement a contraband system to detect and reduce the amount of items being smuggled into the jail.
We actually really don't know what level of violence there is. We know the floor, but there's not a consistent way to keep track of incidents, to keep track of contraband.
As of now, there is not an exact timeline on when the measures need to be put in place.
That we have a shared goal with the county to make conditions at the jail safe.
Now, the U.S. Attorney said Richland County did cooperate during the investigation. I reached out to Richland County officials to see their response about the report. They responded late today saying they disagree with the findings. Now back to you, Friendy.
All right, Claire, thanks for that. Well, the county had several things to say in that statement to Watch Fox News. The county saying in part, quote, many facts as presented in the report are outdated and do not reflect current conditions at the facility today. We are unwavering in our confidence in the significant changes we've implemented, which is why we invited the Department of Justice to tour last month and see firsthand the more than $30 million in renovations completed or are still in progress. Now, the U.S. Attorney also confirmed that the Department of Justice, Juvenile Justice, is being investigated by their office. However, they did not go into any specifics, but we will keep a close eye on any developments. Stay up to date with this story and more. Subscribe to our Watch Fox YouTube page. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to never miss an update.